In keeping with the spirit of the evening, the Action News Update will not be seen tonight. So we may bring you the following special, A West Texas Christmas.
We never really grow old, it seems. We keep in our hearts our fancies and dreams. And in a corner all tucked away is the child we all were yesterday.
Good evening, everyone.
And Merry Christmas to you. You know, gosh, this is such a wonderful time for kids.
It is.
I can remember Christmas being very special when I was a young child, but I don't think it became extra special until I became a parent. There is nothing like sharing the joy and the excitement of this holiday as you can with your kids.
There's nothing like watching their faces light up when they tear into those perfectly wrapped packages on Christmas morning.
Not at my house, not perfectly wrapped.
I think that warm feeling also is why Santa has so many special helpers who help him fill empty stockings with toys for tots.
Barrel by barrel, Marines scooted Toys for Tots from KAMC Studios to Marine Reserve trucks. The operation may look a little unorganized, dumping toys in the back of the truck, but you and I know the Marine Corps Reserve stays organized. Once the toys reach the reserve, they're sorted into sacks and age groups, so when volunteers like Frank Duran pick up a Christmas sack, they know exactly what toys to put in the bag.
Okay, well, we got a little card on each bag, okay, and it's got boys and girls and their ages. Okay, so we just got the toys divided into age groups right here, and that's the way we pick them out.
Sergeant Abdul Akran shows you don't even have to be a Christian to get into the holiday spirit.
Well, I'm a Muslim. I don't even celebrate Christmas, but just the feeling of knowing somebody's getting something makes you feel real well. I did it last year. It's really nice.
So the more than 10,000 toys you donated this year will help many, many children across the South Plains celebrate a very Merry Christmas, and we thank all of you for that. I think, Jeff, our Toys for Tots campaign is one of those cases that really puts us in the spirit of giving, and this year, KAMC wanted to get into that, and we were sponsoring a needy family for Christmas.
In a joint effort with United Santas, we adopted the Montoya family. We collected donations of every sort for the kids and for Mom and Dad as well. Now, we didn't have to travel afar or even follow a bright star, but we did travel across town to deliver our Christmas cheer and meet our new friends. The gifts and the goodies were a welcome surprise, and speaking of surprise, that's why you don't see the little ones here. We don't want to spoil what they'll see in the morning.
We all had a lot of fun adopting the Montoya family. We urge you or your business or family to do the same next year, because there just are not enough words to describe the gift that you get in return. Of course, the most precious gift is the gift of life.
And, of course, this is such a special time for children. We asked Larry Elliott to introduce you to some babies who are a special gift for their moms and dads.
Well, Jeff and Sharon, these kids were born with severe respiratory problems. Their lungs weren't getting enough oxygen. It's a life-threatening situation. But thanks to their parents' prayers and some very specialized treatment at Lubbock General Hospital, they're alive tonight. And that's one more reason to celebrate this very special season.
Sing through the snow in one horse open sleigh. Over the hills we go, laughing all the way.
The choir was from Machen Elementary School. Not a group of professionals, but the guests of honor didn't seem to mind. Each one of these kids is an ECMO baby, born with breathing problems that might have been fatal, saved by a technique that involves circulating their blood through an ECMO machine that adds oxygen. They don't know how lucky they are to be here, but their parents do. Most of the kids just seem interested in having a good time, doing things like taking apart the microphone while I try to talk to their parents.
So this is your first baby and your first Christmas?
Baby and first Christmas.
What's it like?
We're just glad to have her.
Very strong baby. Do you have anything to say for Christmas? Give me a microphone, right?
Each one of these babies is a reminder that the original Christmas story is the story of a very special baby whose life, like these kids' lives, was a miracle.
I think everybody takes Christmas for granted, and I think we take each day of living for granted until you're in a situation where you have to just trust and know that the Lord's going to take you through that day no matter what happens. And each of these ECMO babies are a miracle.
And since I don't have any kids of my own, I have to tell you, the best Christmas present at this party came right after little Jessica slapped me, and her dad asked her to give me a kiss. Now this is the way to say Merry Christmas.
As you can see, the best Christmas presents don't always come gift wrapped, but these kids do represent what Christmas is all about, the birth of a very special child.
Paul, do you think those little babies will remember anything about Christmas?
Well, do you remember anything when you were that little, Christy?
No, I remember sitting on Santa Claus's lap and I asked him about Mrs. Claus.
Santa Claus is a very busy man, but there's someone in the background who's sometimes just as busy. Mrs. Claus says she helps with a lot of the chores at the North Pole.
Make lots of candy, sew doll dresses and blankets, and sometimes I've even had to feed the reindeer.
But her biggest chore is keeping Santa fit for his Christmas Eve sleigh rides. That's a job that keeps her busy all year long.
Just see that Santa's fit and happy and healthy and ready to visit the children at Santaland in Lubbock, Texas, and most of all, ready to start his trek on Christmas Eve night.
Mrs. Claus says Santa's sleigh is usually so full of toys that she isn't able to ride with him Christmas Eve, but she hears all about the adventure when he gets home.
Oh, I just like to have everything ready when he comes back with a big pot of hot chocolate, and then he just sits there and tells me about the visits he's made and some of the homes he's been to.
But is being Santa's wife more difficult than any other housewife? Mrs. Claus says no. Living with the jolly old elf keeps her happy and jolly too.
How old do you think Mr. and Mrs. Claus are?
Oh, age is a state of mind, Christy. Remember now, Christmas isn't just for kids, it's for us old guys too. But some of us seniors are beginning to think that it's pretty commercial. You know, we've pretty much set aside the real meaning of Christmas.
Well, it's that time of the year again. It is a time to celebrate Christmas in about the only way many of us know how, which is to buy everyone presents. Harvest time for the merchants and a bonanza for the Postal Service. What's the meaning of it all? Who's enjoying it? We visited one of the senior centers in Lubbock.
The merchants start right after Thanksgiving to push in Christmas, which is all right. They're trying to make money out of it anyway.
I know, it's a big money-making program, isn't it?
Yeah.
Time to go broke.
The cooking and the baking.
You like to do that?
And I love my grandchildren.
Invite us over.
Come on.
You do all that cooking and baking?
She's a great dude.
Is she?
Well, she started doing that baking shortly after Thanksgiving. Had to pick up kindling the night before, bring in the wood, carry out the ashes the next morning. Now you walk by and you touch a thermostat and you're warm just a little bit.
Most of these seniors are very happy over Christmas. They want the young and the very old to enjoy it. Women in particular are excited by the Christmas season, while many of the men seem to yearn for a return to the true meaning of Christmas.
I think it ought to get back to basic, what the meaning of Christmas is for. It's Christ's birthday. And I think that's what we ought to pull closer together, to have more companionship, each other, more love for people.
That's good.
That's what Christmas is all about. It's giving and receiving and companionship with each other and love for each other.
You make a good minister. Are you a minister?
No, sir. No, sir. I have been called a
That's good. Why not?
Reverend.
Christy, let me tell you something. My father, he used to feel fortunate if he got an orange for Christmas. So in the spirit of sharing, Jeff and Sharon, Merry Christmas.
Thanks, Paul. Guess we know where he did his shopping, at the produce section.
You know, in the early days of West Texas, the settlers did all their shopping in one stop right here at the general store.
That definitely had to be a lot easier than driving all over town or walking miles at the mall. Ooh, those crowds.
Oh, those crowds, they are the worst. Those last-minute panicky procrastinators will do anything to beat you to the head of the line to get to the cash register so they can get home with their treasures.
Oh, Tim, you caught me buying the last of my Christmas presents. Do you think the coach will like it? I hope so. Well, what are you doing here? You mean you haven't bought your mother a Christmas present yet? It's Christmas Eve. Well, do you want some help? I'm finished here. Okay, let's go.
Tim wasn't the only person who put off Christmas shopping till the last minute. A lot of people were walking around the mall today with that panicked look on their faces.
No, I get panicky at the last minute too and buy whatever we find.
I just noticed that most people wait till like the last week to buy everything. I don't know if it's, it just sneaks up on them.
Store employees were busy this last day before Christmas morning, helping those last-minute shoppers look for a perfect gift in under 10 minutes.
People just looking around, well, give me one of those, that'll work.
Anything will work?
Yeah, anything will work.
It seems like anything will work at the last minute, especially when the shoppers are men.
Oh, men are the worst. They love to shop at the last minute so they don't have as large a selection. They'll say, what do you have? And we'll show them anything. The first thing normally is what they'll take. They're great.
So why is it that men always wait till Christmas Eve to buy gifts?
That's because they're very poor shoppers. I'd rather be whipped than to go shopping.
If they're like me, they wait till the 24th, one credit card, one store, and they better gift wrap.
Well, Tim, I've been talking to everybody. I haven't been much help to you, but I think I've got the perfect gift. This is beautiful. What do you think? Is it a little bit too expensive? I have rice. Well, how much money do you have? Well, that kind of limits us a little bit. I'm going to have to think about this. I think I've got it. Come here. Don't you think she'll like that most of all?
Yeah. Merry Christmas, Mom. I love you.
Merry Christmas, Barbara. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Christmas makes you feel emotional. It may bring parties or thoughts devotional. Whatever happens, whatever may be, here is what Christmas time means to me. Silver bells, silver bells, it's Christmas time in the city. Ring-a-ling, hear them ring. Soon it will be Christmas Day. City sidewalks, busy sidewalks, dressed in holiday style. In the air there's a feeling of Christmas. Children laughing, people passing, meeting smile after smile. And on every street corner you hear silver bells, silver bells. It's Christmas time in the city. Hear them ring. Soon it will be Christmas Day.
Jeff, what are you doing?
I thought I saw a bright red light out there in the sky.
Remember us telling you how Christmas brings out the kid in all of us? Well, Don Morelli is still a kid at heart, too, in addition to Jeff. I think he spotted Santa's sleigh on his radar, and when KAMC Christmas Eve continues, Don will show us where those 8 tiny reindeer are in the wide West Texas sky.
This portion of KAMC's Action News Update has been brought to you by Gene Messer Ford.
I'm Paul Archino for Gene Messer Ford. Christmas is a very special time of year for all of us at G. Messer Ford. We'd like to take this opportunity to pause and remember why we celebrate Christmas. We sincerely hope that this Christmas is especially meaningful for you and your family. So on behalf of Gene and Carlene Messer, the employees and their families, and myself, have a very Merry Christmas. and a Happy New Year.
Make your home look like new again and save 20 to 50% store-wide during Cowling's year-end clearance. Remake your living room with lovely sofas and sectionals. And Cowling's has bedroom suites to make that tired old bedroom come alive. Of course, a new lamp would add a glorious accent, not to mention a finely crafted curio cabinet. And Dad is sure to enjoy one of our Barca loungers. Make no payment till April and save 20 to 50% during the year-end clearance at Cowling's. We're in the Feist area-wide yellow pages.
Our radar has been specially set up tonight to pick up on Santa's sleigh and look at his path throughout the evening hours. We started picking him up in the northeastern areas of the country around 7 o'clock, and what you're looking at are half-hour intervals of his path across the country. And he drifted down towards the Carolinas around 7:30, made it back up into the Great Lakes about 8, then drifted back into the mid-Mississippi River Valley around the Boot Hill in Missouri around 8:30, and then he started coming our way into Oklahoma City around 9. Then he decided that most of us weren't asleep yet. You have to get to sleep before Santa can drop off his toys, so he took a nose right up into the northern areas of the country, North Dakota and now into Montana as of 10 o'clock. And so with this kind of path in mind, zigzagging across the eastern United States, we expect him in the city of Lubbock sometime between 3 and 4 a.m. So you better be asleep. And we're watching him closely. We'll keep tabs on him throughout the night. I've been watching him all night, but Bob's been watching the weather, so let's take a look at his forecast.
Next, Kenny Mayne sings a special song in honor of the season. And Bob Nash tells us the story of the first West Texas Christmas.
Close encounters with the McDonald's Chicken McNuggets.
I can't see you wearing that. Why not? Because my eyes are closed.
Kids love those silly Chicken McNuggets, and now they can bring 10 McNugget Buddies home. They get 1 McNugget Buddy toy with each McDonald's Happy Meal you buy. 2 buddies are available each week.
How do you wish to pay?
Will you take a check?
And every McNugget costume is removable to switch, mix, and rearrange.
Buy anything yet?
No, I'm still window shopping.
McNugget Buddy toys at McDonald's.
Welcome back. This is my family, my husband Kenny, our 6-year-old son Brian, and our almost 3-year-old son Jeremy. Kenny, of course, is a musician, and we like him to sing on our Christmas specials. The song he's going to sing for us tonight is a very special song to my family. 4 years ago, 2 weeks before Christmas, my 15-month-old nephew, my sister's son, died very unexpectedly. And while I was in New York attending the funeral, Kenny stayed here with Brian. And when we came back, he had written this Christmas song in memory of Alex, and we would like for him to do it tonight. Of course, he did it for us a couple of years ago, and we've had so many requests for it. We asked him to sing it for us again tonight, so we hope you enjoy it.
There's a star shining in the east, and it shines for you, it shines for me. And when a child is born, a star leaves the sky, and it shines in the children's eyes. A little boy child in a manger, fast asleep, and he smiles for you, he smiles for me. sent by his father with love to tell the world, just let it shine in the children's eyes. He gave his life to save us. He gave his love to prove his heart was real. And his love is real. His love will live for always. His light will shine forevermore. He gave his love so tenderly, and he died for you. He died for me. And he gave us a gift we never can repay. Just let it shine. Let it shine. Just watch it shine in the children's eyes.
Another tradition of ours is Bob Nash's Yuletide Tale. He's in the corner right now with all the kids. Let's listen in.
The very first Christmas in Lubbock, at least the first recorded Christmas, happened in 1890 and held at one of the first stores in Lubbock. There was a decorated tree, a cedar tree, and one little girl remembered she got a doll that eyes that shut. The common presents then for girls were rag dolls and stick horses. At the Quaker colony of Estacado in 1908, the children got such things as jump rope, children's dishes, jacks, and sugar cookies. School children had decorated a cedar tree with paper chains and placed a homemade angel right at the top of that tree. Now, to have a Christmas tree on the plains, you couldn't go down and buy one. You had to go get your horse and go way down in the canyon and cut it. Yeah, and chop one down, a cedar tree. But the cedar trees never did get more than this high. And then if you lived a long way away from the canyon, what did you do for a tree?
Chop down a cactus.
No, well, that's true. They decorated a ladder to look like a Christmas tree, and then down at the base they put bear grass or yucca. And they put all kinds of paper around the ladder to make it look like a Christmas tree. Now, for men, there were pocket knives and neckties, and for women, they had all kinds of scarves, and firecrackers were very popular, too, back around the turn of the century.
But it wasn't the 4th of July.
Yeah, well, no, they popped them at Christmas. And at Old Emma, the general store ledger there revealed Christmas purchases, and a woman who worked there put it in rhyme. She said, "People coming across the plains to the little country store buying gifts to give the folks, as did wise men of yore. The cowboys thrilled as boys bought firecrackers and rockets galore. I found these purchases listed in the daybook at the store. Other gifts included cheroots, cologne, vases. They always came in pairs, silk ribbons, chewing wax, and lace." So today, we have a lot more fun than the kids did back 100 years ago. Today, we go down and buy every toy we want. We get every toy we want for Christmas. We get all the good candies, and we don't have to worry about having nothing on Christmas Day. Would you want to live then?
Season's greetings from the Rick Hayes family. Next on A West Texas Christmas.
One of the best eyes in photo finishing is CPI, the one-hour photo store in the mall. Want proof? Bring us a color picture and negative you don't like. We'll reprint it. Better. Free. At CPI, an expert inspects every negative, then sets the printer to make the best picture possible. So come to CPI for the best color pictures possible.
Wow.
It's amazing what a good eye can do. CPI.
Well, good evening, everybody. I'm spending Christmas Eve with two of my favorite people, my wife, Khaki, and our little girl, Lauren. Not only is this Christmas Eve, but it's a really special night for the baby. It's her 6-month birthday. So just for tonight, we've decided to come up with some of her favorite music and some of her favorite video as well. Well, so it's my favorite. Here it is.
I hope there's really a Santa Claus, and I hope he lives on the cold North Pole. I hope the stockings are hung on the wall. May the child stay in us all. God bless the children everywhere. They haven't yet learned not to care. We must not let time age the soul. May the child stay in us all. I hope there's really a reindeer that flies. Does a snowman see through those bottle eyes? I hope that when our hair turns to gray, all the child in us will stay. God bless the children everywhere. They haven't yet learned not to care. We must not let time age the soul. May the child stay in us all. Unless we be like children, the gates of heaven close. Until we think like children, our souls will never grow. God bless the children everywhere. They haven't yet learned not to care. We must not let time age the soul. May the child stay in us all. May the child stay in us all.
Well, we all feel like we have a lot to be thankful for this Christmas. We have our little girl and we have each other. And from my family to yours, I hope you have a wonderful holiday season and a great new year.
Merry Christmas.
We'll be back in a moment with some final thoughts on the season when a West Texas Christmas concludes.
It's Christmas on the farm, we're coming home. Grandma's fixing all the things we love. What a feeling of elation at this blessed celebration. It's Christmas Day on the farm.
Merry Christmas from the Dairy Farm families of Associated Milk Producers.
And finally, we want to thank the good folks at the Tech Ranching Heritage Center for allowing us to use their beautiful parlor. And of course, we want to wish you a safe and healthy holiday.
And from our families to yours, Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.